you know the love I have for you. Music was always important to me. I was singing when I was, I don't know how young, but I loved to sing.
Whenever we meet someone in the hall and we know it's their birthday, we have to immediately stop and sing to them.
Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear whoever, happy birthday to you. But yeah, we have a lot of fun together musically. She enjoys singing, I enjoy singing. And now we play the recorders, and she plays the alto and I play the tenor, and so we
duet that way too.
Many afternoons we'll say, oh, why don't we play recorders, and we'll sit down and we'll start playing. Yeah. And we don't take it real seriously. We get a lot of laughs.
Ray and Jan, in my opinion, are like the backbone because they've been here. They're very enthusiastic. They're very active participants. They have been with the choir. They're charter members of the choir. They really help me hold together the choir because they're good.
The choirs, the regular choir, anybody can join. As long as you can carry any kind of a tune in a basket, you can join. We have a lot of fun.
As a matter of fact, speaking of choirs, that's how I met my husband. It was in the church choir. I joined the church choir, and that's how I got to know him. Then we were married. My husband and I moved in here 9 years ago, and we really love it here. We think it's one of the best decisions that we've ever made. We planned ahead quite a long time. And we have found, just from knowing people, that if you make your own decision and you're young enough to enjoy the place, that it's much better than waiting until you're infirm and having a son or a daughter saying, Mom or Dad, you have to be there. Because I think it's a much better attitude when you feel you're making your own decision. You're placing yourself, and you're not having somebody else say, you have to go there. So I think that's one of the reasons why we've been so happy, because we've made the decision and we knew what we wanted.
I see them doing a lot of volunteering behind the scenes. Ray is many times pushing a wheelchair and transporting somebody. They're very visible, even though they live outside the main building.
If you want it, there's more things to do than you have time to do them, probably. Which is another nice thing about being in a facility like this. You just would never have the opportunity to have all those activities so close at hand, so available. One of the nicer features that I really like, because I like the outdoors, we have 3 nice lakes. The largest lake is the front lake. We are on the third lake, one of the smaller. They're stocked. They have bluegill, largemouth bass, and catfish. And it's kind of nice to just be, in our lake is right in our backyard. We can just walk out the back door of the garage or the sun porch, and we just walk down, and in the evening I throw the line out and catch a few bluegill or some bass and throw them back in, and that's pretty nice. So that's I think one of the nice features of the campus.
Then there's all kinds of other things, trips to go on, and there's usually the trips are close by enough so that the bus rides are not too long. And we go on the bus to plays and concerts, and of course we have a lot of concerts come here too. There's a lot of entertainment. I would say that there's maybe 4 kinds of entertainment a week here.
Each month we get a calendar, okay, showing what the activities are for that month. Jan goes over with a highlighter and says, okay, well, let's go to this one. Okay, how about this one? You want to go to that one? That sounds like it might be interesting.
Another thing that we really enjoy too is that almost every morning we go over to the exercise room. all kinds of equipment, and the exercise physiologist, if you have an ache or a pain that's come up, she has an exercise for you. And if you're well enough, you don't really need physical therapy. She's really a great person to let you know. So there's the treadmill and the exercise bikes and all kinds of Kaiser machines, and I think I'm stronger now than I was before we moved here, just because I go to the exercise room and work out. And hopefully health will last longer because we do that too.
In my opinion, there's something here for everybody. The reason I want to come here, I tell my kids, number one, it's a fun place, it's a happy place, it's a friendly place, but it's also a place where my kids will have peace of mind, knowing that our needs will be met, our physical needs, our social needs. You pay one price and you get it all here.
One of the reasons we wanted to move to a house was because we'd have some room for gardening. And we didn't want to have a big garden anymore because it's just too much work. Well, we have 2 bedroom, 2 bath, full basement, dining room, and kitchen. And we don't use the dining room much because we're out on the porch quite a bit. We love our porch. There's, if anything goes wrong, they come and fix it. It's just very nice. The lawn's mowed, the snow is plowed.
The best thing as far as me so far is the fact that I don't have to worry about all these little incidentals about things, things that go wrong in the house. I don't have to worry about them. That really makes it a nice, relaxing kind of stress-free living, and I really kind of like that.
And you know your neighbors. It's not like an apartment in the city where you just go to and from work and you don't really know your neighbors. You don't maybe know their names or say hello, and that's it. But we know about each other. I mean, we know about our families, and so it is like an extended family.
The nice part about this community is that it's a friendly community, and they all are concerned about each other. And everybody's asking, how's so-and-so doing, I heard so-and-so had to go to the hospital. Are they back yet? And it's nice to have people, asking how you are, and you asking how they are, and it makes it a very comforting, very happy environment that way. And I think this community really seems to have that.
Well, I think that knowing that we'll never have to leave here, especially since my mother lived to nearly 100, that it's almost a given that the money may run out. I mean, you can never be sure that money's going to be there if you have such a long life. So it's very comforting to know, and a very secure feeling to know that should something happen and the money does get low, that we don't have to be turned out. We don't have to move.
You never know when there's going to be some kind of a crisis in your life. And if 2 of you wind up in a nursing, skilled nursing, that becomes quite costly. And so it's very comforting to think that even if there is some type of thing like that occurs in our lifetime, that we would always have a place here. Yeah, that's a big factor in coming to any continuing community. You would want to know whether that you have that kind of assurance. And yes, we feel confident that the Masons will honor that.
Well, there's just so many good things that happen here with the Masons, or even without the Masons. The whole organization, the whole Masonic retirement organization provides nice opportunities for these residents. That's what I see, and that's what I like about coming here. That's why I want to live here.
So we came a little earlier than we expected. Never regretted it. In fact, probably the best thing we ever did, and we have trouble convincing people that they ought to come earlier. it's such a stress-free life. Then you know, and trying to convince people that, you know, earlier is better. Earlier is better.